I know you are wondering where we are going to. So, as the title says, Elijah Wanameme's history, I'm heading there, and I've never been there. So, this is my first time, and I'm also eager to see where he was buried. So, this is Kimilili Road, and he was buried in Maeni, and that is where we are heading. Yeah, so the main mode of transport here mostly is motorbikes because the roads are so small and a lot of vehicles don't pass here. They use the other main route from Bungoma to Ebuye and then Kitale. Yeah, so this is where we are heading to, and I'm happy to go and see whatever I just normally hear or learn. So we are already there, and after the main road we have a small road that heads in, just not that far from the main road up to this point, and this is the main gate. This place is highly secured, and before you go in you have to go through the security. There is some small fee that you have to pay before you get in, because it is a community affair, and they're the one who normally takes care of this place. So Elijah Wanameme, or Masinde rather, because I had several names, he was famously known to start this revolution or a religion that is called Dini Sambwa, which is a religion that was against the colonial regime at that time during the year 1940s back then. And maybe before you continue with the video, I'll just give you a brief history about Elijah Wanameme. So Elijah Wanameme was born between the year of 1910 and 1912. We don't know the specific year. And he was born in Kimilili, that is in Bungoma County currently. And that time when he was born, there was construction of the Kenya-Uganda Railway that was passing through the Babukusu land that is in the Luya community. So he was famously known to play football, and there is a time that he played for Kenya national team that was playing against Uganda in the year 1930. And there is a thing that he was known of. There is a time he kicked a ball that went in heaven and never came back. So that is so interesting to know. And in the early 1940s, as he was just still young and still a youth, he was risen to the rank of the junior elder that was against the anti-colonial. So he used to go against everything that the colonial regime were up to. And in the year 1944, he went ahead and led a campaign against the colonial authority. And he got arrested, and that was during the time of Jomo Kenyatta. And he was detained for almost 15 years. And the reason as into why he was arrested was he was accused of fomenting religious hatred. And remember, at that time, the colonial period was coming up with Christianity. And yeah, so he was again released in the year 1978. That is during the time of President Daniel Arap Moi, to teach wherever. And then he was later on arrested because of clashes between him and the police traffic that were securing Kitale Bungoma Highway. And after about almost 10 years, he died. And he died in the year 1987. And he was considered as a freedom fighter because he fought for the colonial. He fought during the colonial regime, and that's why he was granted the title the freedom fighter. And before he died, he had described to his elder son where to be buried. He wanted a huge sycamore tree to be uprooted to make a way for his grave. But his family members went against his wish and they chose a spot somewhere else to bury him. And where they chose, it turned to be someone else hidden grave, and later on they just proceeded to bury him in the spot where he had already chose, that is to approach the sycamore tree and then to bury him. Yeah, so the hut that you are seeing and the beautiful compound that you are seeing is where he was buried. So he was buried in here, in this hut where his tomb is lying. So that is the tomb where he was buried, and it had a top or a lid that was covering this tomb, but I'm told he he came to someone and told him that he was not breathing, and the community members had to remove the top, and then it was just left that way. So this is the hut, and so many people come here to see this place. And before you come in, you have to remove your shoes, because this place is considered as a holy place. So you don't have to come in with your shoes, because it is highly maintained, and people respect this place a lot. Yeah, so the place is well maintained by the community members. Recently, the former prime minister also came in, and he together with the community members gave guidelines on how they're going to maintain this place. As you can see, the place is always locked. No one is allowed to come in here unless given permission with authority. So there are several people who are entitled to take care of this place. Like, for example, the person that you're seeing here was the one who granted us the chance to come in here, but doesn't have a lot of process when you come here. Just simple, have to communicate, give out something, and then you'll be given the permission to come in. Yeah, so Elijah Wanameme was the one who led the Nyamsambwa. That is a religion that is not famously known with the Luya community. Yeah, so in my next time I'll maybe bring a part 2 of the video. This is what I have for now, but I hope you've learned, and you've also gotten to know something about Elijah Wanameme. So thank you guys for staying tuned. Guys, remember to subscribe. Help it just to reach to 500 subscribers, because I'm growing slowly, and I thank you, because at least I'm not missing a subscriber in a day. So thank you, and stay tuned for the more video that are in store coming up. Yeah, so we are heading back to where we came from. Bye.